may be seated. You may be seated. You may be seated. This year's graduation is unique. I've graduated from Sherman High School in 1985, and in the mid-'80s, the only thing we worried about is Duran Duran coming to the Charleston Civic Center. And if you laughed at that, you're as old as I am. And then when I started teaching here in the mid-'90s, I went to several graduations as a teacher, and they were all special, and the kids mean so much to you. And then you go to V-Mart and you see them with their kids at V-Mart, and you feel a little older. But this year's graduation is unique, not just at Sherman, but nationwide. You know, I heard a saying one time that faith is always tested, hope is always tested, and love is always tested. And as a nation and as a community, that's been true for us. You know, I thought about the graduating class of Sherman High School of 1942, because when they went to school in the fall of 1941, they didn't know what the future held for them. And then in December 6, on December 6, our nation was surprised with an attack. We didn't see it coming. And then young people went to fight in Europe and throughout the Pacific. And we started to hear terms like front lines and heroes. You know, those same terms were applied during this crisis. I heard people called heroes that have always been called heroes. Truck drivers and nurses, people that work at grocery stores and convenience stores, the farmers that grow our food, coal miners that keep our houses with electricity. Guys, I know that this year was different for you, but you're special people. And you're going to be able to talk to your kids at times in their life when things don't go perfect. And you're going to be able to say, you know, I remember our high school to where when we encountered challenges and had problems, and the family, we went through a tough time as a country and as a community, and we made it through it. That's what this year means. You were tested beyond anything that the school had as a test for you, and you made it. You're here representing your families with pride, representing this community with pride, and I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, this might be the most special class that I've ever had as a principal, because you've had to endure more than any class. And I want to take this time, I want to applaud you. I told the kids yesterday, see, I promised you a pool party, but they didn't appreciate it in the pouring rain. But guys, from the bottom of my heart, I told you this the first day you were freshmen, and I told you I would repeat it on graduation day. And when you were freshmen, every one of you looked at me like, this guy's nuts. And I am a little bit. But I told you the first day as freshmen that I love every one of you. And on this graduation, I love every one of you. And from this point forward, you're not my students anymore. You're fellow alumni. We graduated from Sherman High School. And that's a connection as family that we will always have. Even if I live to be 100, we are all still graduates of Sherman High School. We're family. So ladies and gentlemen, parents, grandparents, loved ones, thank you for letting me have the privilege of having your children these last 4 years. Roll Tide. At this time, I'm going to ask Miss Abby Bolton, our senior class president, to come up.
Will you please rise and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Now I understand that there's a young lady that has practiced this over and over again, and I'm going to ask Miss RAEGAN BUZZARD, Class Vice President, to come forward at this time.
I'm going to stand here and recognize our guests that are here today. When I call your name, please stand up. Mr. Joe Delaney, member. Mr. Jeffrey Huffman, superintendent. Dr. Lisa Beck, assistant superintendent. Mr. Todd Barnett. And Mr. Matthew Stallings. Thank you guys for being here today.
At this time, I'd like to call three wonderful young people up to the stage, our highest honor speakers today, Miss Hannah Guthrie, Mr. Bryce Keefe, and Mr. Jacob Massey.
Hello, and welcome everyone. I'm Jacob Massey, one of the valedictorians of the class in 2020. I'm going to try and keep this short, seeing as I'm pretty sweaty under this gown. To start, I want to thank all of the amazing school employees and community volunteers that put lots of work into getting this graduation together. Let's give them a round of applause. I want to thank my family, friends, teachers, and other school employees that have supported me through my education. It was very important to me that I had this support structure. They were where I could always come to if I needed any help. One of the most important things in life, actually, is having a support structure like that. So once again, I want to thank you all. With that out of the way, I want to say some words of encouragement as we all begin doing this thing my family calls adulting. I'll start with a quote from Stephen Colbert. He once said, "Life is an improvisation. You have no idea what is going to happen next, and you are mostly just making up things as you go along." I like this quote because it embodies exactly how I wrote this speech. I made things up as I went. But I'm using this quote for a more important reason. For anyone graduating that doesn't have a plan laid out for the future, that's okay. It will come to you as time goes on. You don't have your whole You don't have to have your whole life figured out yet. Like Colbert said, you can go one step at a time and figure things out as you go. To add, I have a quote from Ellen DeGeneres. She said, "When you take risks, you learn that there will be times when you succeed and there will be times when you fail, and both are equally important." We all have to take risks to advance in life. Just think, everyone that took a car ride here today took a risk. Without risk, there's no reward. Alternatively, without failure, there's no improvement. I encourage everyone to take risks in your life for the purpose of bettering yourselves and reaching your full potential. I'm proud of all my peers, and I wish you all the best. Good luck adulting, and God bless.
I'm just going to say a quote. My fellow classmates of 2020, we were born when the world was grieving over 9/11, and now we are graduating as the world grieves a pandemic. Although our two biggest launches into freedom, birth and graduation, have taken place in the midst of tragedies, we need to remember that the world is an amazing, loving, and beautiful place, and it is waiting for us with open arms.
Can you get... I should have held on to that. Sorry about that. Okay, so before I start with my speech, I'm going to ask Miss Regina Larkin to come up here. She's done a lot for the class, not only this year, but the past 4 years. So if you guys would, stand if you want. If you don't, just give her a big round of applause. We all love you. I didn't open it. Hold on. Okay. So, as I was walking up here, I realized something that the entire event has in common, and that is no one knows what I'm going to say, including me. You can laugh. Thank you. I'm joking, of course. For those of you who know me, you know I'm a huge planner, and I had to have something prepared for today. And for those in the audience who don't know me, my name is Hannah Guthrie, and I am proud to be one of the 3 valedictorians of Sherman High School's class of 2020. When I was told I needed to prepare a speech, everything that I thought I knew about speeches just left my brain immediately. So I did what everybody would do in my situation, and I just Googled graduation speech help. Hold on. And every article that I read told me to break the ice with a joke. So if you didn't catch it, no one knows what I'm going to say, that was a joke. So you can consider the ice broken, and now I can move on. There we go. I know that every single graduation speech that I've ever heard is always centered around how these are the best days of your life. And to be frank, I don't agree with that. I mean, high school is extremely important. You work for 4 years trying to figure out how relationships work, trying to figure out how to be responsible, and trying to do basic English and math, all while trying to figure out what you're going to do for the next 4 years. But it's not all stress. There are many pep rallies, field trips, formals, proms, and anything else that makes it more than worth it. However, I don't believe high school should be the best days of your life. All of you are 17, 18, or 19 years old, and that means you have a whole life in front of you. There are so much world to see, so many foods to try, and so many memories that we haven't had yet. Some of these experiences are really gonna suck, like taxes. But other than that, much of them are gonna be very memorable. So please don't let this be the peak of your life. I always strive to do more, and I encourage you guys to do the same. When you are 80 years old, I want you to be able to say that you lived your life and not that you stopped trying after high school. Most of us have been together since 7th grade, and some even before that. So that means I consider you guys my family. And as a family, I love you all, and I want you all to succeed. Now, whether you get a PhD, buy a house, serve in the military, or anything else, I just want you to say that you have accomplished something in your life. Let those accomplishments be the best days of your life. Let today be one of the best days of your life. But don't constantly look back and miss high school. Grow, adapt, and succeed. Each and every one of you have that potential, and I would hate to see it wasted. Before I hand the mic back over, I just want to thank my family. To my mom and my dad, thank you for always... Hold on. Do we have tape? Is there any tape? Hold on. There we go. Okay. To my mom and my dad, thank you for encouraging me to be the best person that I could be every single day. Thank you to my sister, Lauren, for being my best friend and for always helping me by distracting me by going and getting milkshakes from V-Mart after school. Even when I don't feel like it, I always felt better afterwards. And lastly, thank you to my grandparents for letting me get away with things that my parents never would have, and for loving me unconditionally and loving me unconditionally even when I felt like I didn't have anybody. Hold on. Okay. It sounds like I'm giving a farewell speech, so I'll wrap it up here. But in a way, we are saying farewell to life as we've known it, to each other, and for those who are going to college in the fall, we really are saying goodbye to our childhoods. Once again, I'm extremely proud to be a part of Sherman High School's class of 2020. From me, I would like to tell you to never stop accomplishing things in your lifetime. And I'll leave on a quote from Anne Sullivan. Keep on beginning and failing. Each time you fail, start all over again, and you will grow stronger until you have accomplished a purpose. Not the one you began with, perhaps, but one you'll be glad to remember. Finally, roll Tide.
I'd like to take a moment before we move on to the most important part, and that's simply to say thanks. Miss Larkin, this would not have occurred without all the hard work she did. Mr. Alec Hunt spent hours assisting her, developing the program that you and your children have. Miss April Eastep, Miss Amy Brown, thank you so much for all your hard work. Guys, we had parents and community members pressure washing the bleachers you're sitting on right now. And an impressive feat of strength, Mr. Matt Stallings cut the grass and weed-eated all of Sherman High School. And now it gets real. Superintendent Huffman and board members, having met the requirements set forth by the state of West Virginia and Boone County Schools, I would like to introduce the Sherman High graduating class of 2020. First row, please rise.
First of all, I'd like to offer a very big congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. Give yourselves a round of applause. Job well done. As I call your name, enter the stage to my immediate left, exit to the right, and give your biggest smile to Miss Larkin for a photo opportunity. Hannah Corinne Guthrie. Bryce Martin Keith. Jacob Andrew Massey. Kellie Paige Whitehead. Anna Grace Halstead. Abby Lynn Bolton. Marisha Faith Haney. Austin Blake Chandler. Madison Ray Lambert. RAEGAN Alexis BUZZARD. Cassie Lee Keith. Austin Garrett Trail. Madison Faith Daniel. Autumn Brooke Ann Richard. Colby Michael Belcher. Autumn Marie Thompson. Connor Mason Sawyers. Kayla Starr Cox. Jacob Bryant Meadows. Matthew Alexander Thomas. Jalen Kathleen Lipford. Christopher Mark Abbott. James Allen Belcher III. Jersey Marie Wall. Laura Kathleen Halstead. Cheyenne Joe Asbury. Allison Nicole Thomas. Reagan Laurel Canterbury. Zachary Allen Cooper Highlander. Lacey Anna Mans. Carissa Ann Tony. Parker J. Kellion. Samantha Lee Tincher. Sierra Dawn Perry. Parker John Rollo. Abigail Hope Monholland. Cassidy Lynn Evans. Haley Nicole Cervallo. Jeffrey Allen Rutherford. Connor Jackson Blaine Aboitez. David Alexander Atkins. Ridge Michael Anderson. Caleb Paul Arnold. Jonathan Wayne Atkins. Kayla Marie Atkins. Hannah K. Atkinson. Austin Taylor Barker. Hannah Grace Barker. Ivy Lynn Barker. William Isaac Barker. Jacob Michael Bell. Tyler Dean Bias. Patrick Ray Bowles. Mahala Brooke Browning. Brian Kyle Buzzard. Busby. Change his name. Elizabeth Leona Butcher. Brianna Sky Buzzard. Alexandra Lee Campbell. Bryson Isaiah Carter. Anna Rochelle Chambers. Levi Aaron Chambers. Robert Joseph Klein. Jordan Patrick Dent. Anthony John Hunter Dinges. Kelly Jade Dinges. Elijah Edwin Edie. Taylor June Elkins. Alicia Nicole Governor. Alexis Cheyenne Green. Daniel Joseph Hager. Andrew Thomas Heike. James Clayton Hudson. John Patrick Gerald. Caleb Seth Johnson. Autumn Danielle Kinder. Christopher Dane Kinder. Adrianna Blair King. Charles Isaac Layton. Ryan Hunter Massey. Cameron Drew Maynard. Tyler Matthew Mays. Allison Jack McKinney. Devin Chase Myers. Abigail K. and Don Nelson. Elizabeth and Rika O'Connor. Jaden Winfield Polly. Reagan Elizabeth Ramsey. Nicholas Cole Roberts. Andrew David Ross. Scarlett Jewel Santonia. Destiny Joanne Petrie. Mackenzie Leanne Schaefer. Bethany Shay Simmons. Jacob Elliott Skeens. Hannah Marie Smith. Jacob Wayne Sprouse. Hannah Rose Stapleton. Jacob Tyler Stevens. Tyler Lacey Stout. James David Thompson. Devin Micaiah Witten. Leah Joe Williams. Last but certainly not least, Jason Wayne Withrow.
Now I'm going to ask the senior class officers to come forward at this time, along with Mr. R.J. Klein.
Seniors, will you please rise? We did it, guys. Now it's time to change our tassels from right to left.
We got that right.
You good?
Oh, yours fell off.
Oh.
Oh no. Okay.
Now, I don't know why, but for some reason, this young man's been waiting 4 years to sing this song with me, so I'm going to let him do it. How about that, RJ?
I'll just stand beside you.
Okay. Guys, I'd like to hear it loud and proud. Are you ready? We're shouting T-I-D-E, Sherman Tide. We're shouting T-I-D-E, Tide. Let's give a cheer for dear old Sherman Tide. We're gonna fight, fight, fight our battle cry. We're shouting T-I-D-E, Sherman Tide. Rah, rah, maroon and gold.